sometimes people have what it takes, but they haven't recognized it yet. Just go forward. So what do you need to do? How do you stand out? So what you need to do is be that person that's different and is bigger than you think. Rise from the ashes and fly like the phoenixes that you are. All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Let's talk about the importance of a content calendar. Let's talk about how to get one set up, why you want to do it, and what that looks like. Now, social media today is it's a different world than it was even just a few years ago. It's a different world when it comes to advertising than our, what do they say? This isn't your grandpa's advertising, right? This isn't Mad Men and that TV show. This is, there's a reason that you need to be in front of people more and more frequently. Social media is a great way to do that. What I want to do is give you guys a few ways to do this. So on these calls, what we're doing over the course of the next kind of month and a half to 2 months, maybe even a little bit beyond that, we're talking about becoming more efficient personally and more efficient with your business. So these next 2 days, I'm going to focus on becoming efficient with your business, in part by planning out what you're going to do. So instead of spending all day, sitting in front of a computer worried about what the heck you're going to post and getting kind of the proverbial writer's block, you're going to have something to do. You'll have some direction and you'll be able to grab that and run with it. Okay, that's the goal of what we've got. Now, if you are not already a part of it, I do have the Skype channel. Go make sure that you join that because there's going to be a lot of content posted in there over the coming weeks. We're doing affirmations. Here's what I'm going to do. I posted a video in that channel yesterday, an example of what one of my accountability reps, one of my virtual assistants does as far as video and editing and things. When I talk about using content multiple ways, he takes this content, he cuts it up, he'll create quotes from it, and then he'll also create little video reels that I can use on social media. And he adds clips and other things in it to make it, that's relevant with what's being said. So my offer is to do some of that for some of you guys. In coming weeks, I'm going to have times that I open up where you can join me. We can talk about whatever topic you want to talk about so that you can show yourself as at least a little bit of an expert in what you're doing. Or maybe you come in and you say, look what I found about my niche, or, this awesome quote from Bob Proctor, or Russell Brunson, or Tony Robbins, or this amazing doctor, or that contractor, or whatever your niche is. And we'll do a minute, 2 minutes worth of interview back and forth. And my guy will take that and edit it up and turn it into a 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 second, little video for you. In order to be able to qualify for that though, here's what I'm going to ask. I need you active. So if you want to be on here live. If you cannot be on live and you're watching on a recording, I totally understand that because I do these at the same time. Make sure that on the recording that you drop a comment. Andrew missed live, but was here, and say something from the video, because I know some of you are going to get on and just go put in a comment and not actually watch it. So that's be present on as many of these as possible. You don't have to do every single day, but be present on as many as possible. And then be active in the group, share some of what you're doing, maybe go follow other people, but there's going to be a level of activity, and then you'll have an opportunity to get some free video work done for you. Okay. At a minimum, guys, it's a $50 value. And if during the process, it helps you learn and grow and scale your business, and then gives you something that you can use, then yeah, absolutely. Okay. So that's kind of one of those things. And then I'm going to come up with some other stuff. All right.
So these videos will be posted on Skype?
I posted, well, I'm going to give you your video and you'll be able to use it on Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn.
No, but I mean, when we comment on things that the videos we're commenting on.
No, the YouTube, like if you can't catch this live, then these videos go up on YouTube afterwards.
Okay.
So just drop a comment into, underneath the video, because I get the notification that you commented. So we'll just roll it like that.
Okay, thank you.
And I mean, Rick, you just keep coming the way that you are, and you're fine, because I know that you're here. Most of you guys are here regularly, but I also understand some of you guys miss. So that's what I'm asking, if that happens. All right. Okay. Social media calendar. We're going to talk a little bit about that. This is kind of how this outline is going to go, guys. Now, 5 big reasons why you want a social media marketing content calendar. Number one, this is going to help simplify the process. Okay. The creative struggle is an obstacle that a lot of people deal with. This is going to help you eliminate some of that. I'm going to give you ideas on what to post on certain days. Number two, it helps build authority. When people see your posts everywhere, you're staying top of mind because of the frequency and the quality of the posts, right? Because we're posting quality. Okay. You've got to, that's huge. And I'm going to talk about that again in a second, but slowly build authority. Your role in your marketing is building authority over who you are. Some of you guys have some instant credibility based on what you've done. That's great. If you don't, there are other ways to build that credibility. You're going to do it in this process, but you want to make sure that the way that you do it is you're going to dive into some of the training that we've done with your attractive character, your branding. I did some of those the last week or two. Go back and watch those if you're unsure what I'm talking about, but it's a way to start building that authority. Next is going to help you attract clients. The average person consumes 11.4 pieces of content before making a purchasing decision. The more of your content a person consumes, the higher the odds they'll want to work with you. Now, you don't have, you can, guys, just take notes. I'm going to give you these slides, but it's all going to be in a PDF, like all built out for you. So you'll be able to use this, and then I'll give you stuff. And I'm going to give you a calendar for the rest of August. I'm going to give you one for September as well. Okay. And if for those of you that really use it, then I'll put together one for October. Okay. So it helps you build deeper connections with your clients. Consistently putting out content helps you build a rapport. And then it's going to help you with your reach and visibility. Planning it out helps you stay relevant. Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, they reward consistency. They reward you getting stuff out there. If you only post once in a blue moon, they just go, you don't care. You're not on there a lot. So they're not going to pay as much attention to getting your stuff in front of your audience. So if you're posting twice a week right now, and I'm going to talk a little bit about partly what you're talking about as far as guideline. If you're only posting a couple of times a week and you're trying to figure out why nothing's happening, that's exactly why nothing's happening. Right? I mean, that's the biggest thing. Even if you've got great content, but let's assume, like Steve Sims said, a couple of weeks ago, your content at the beginning is going to be, not great. Insert colloquial term there, right? So there we go. Jim, I'm not emailing out to anybody, just as an FYI. It's only going to be available inside the Skype channel to those that are participating. So I'm not sending out emails on this stuff, guys. I'm not trying to build up my own email list. I'm not trying to grab any of Blake's clients. What I'm trying to do is reward those that participate. So be active, be here, and you'll get some of those additional rewards. Okay, that's really what it's all about. So, okay, next. Video. We're going to talk about a couple of different ways of content. Video really is the number one way right now. Show of hands, how many of you guys are scared of being on video? That's way too damn many of you. All right. So this will actually be a great way, like the video that if you guys saw, how many of you watched the little video that I put in the Skype channel last night? I'll post it again, but how many of you watched it? Okay. So only less than a dozen, it looks like. Go watch it. Okay. It's a great way of starting video without being like super present in the video. Overall, you see my face for maybe 10 seconds, right? Maybe. But the audio is there. So there are things you can do, some of the same stuff. You can take clips, and I'm going to end up showing you how to do this. You can take the clips and then put up the video, or put clips of the video over audio. GB saying it's not too time consuming. Only if you're trying to make it perfect, GB. I promise that's really the biggest thing, okay? Because it takes a heck of a lot more time to put up slides or to do, pieces of clips to form a full video than it is to just grab your phone. I'm going to talk about that in a second, but make it as simple as possible. That's the key, okay? But video is going to... people interact better with video, but the platforms like video better as well. Right. So I've talked to you guys about like my Instagram profile, and let me pull it up to give you a quick, snapshot of exactly what I'm talking about. So on my Instagram profile, okay, so 54,000, 55,000 followers, photos, quotes, these are videos, right? Photo, quotes, video, right? And so, but these are reels as well. So reels are a little bit different. We're going to talk more about them, but I just started doing reels. So this one just got posted, but look at the difference in 11,000 in reach there versus, some of my other ones aren't getting nearly as much reach. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn like video. So they will push it out more than if you're just doing the posts. You want to do all of it because some people, as much as video does convert better, some people don't want to look at video. It's also why captioning can be helpful. How many of you guys have ever watched a video on silent? Right? You're in a coffee shop, you're at a restaurant, you're at work, you're playing on your phone. I mean, you're not playing on your phone at work, absolutely not, but maybe you are. And so you got the video on silent. But if the captions are there, people can follow along and still get it. Okay, so video is something to do. All right, next. Okay, they reward consistency. Now, the ideal video length, some of you guys are going to end up doing YouTube. Some of you may not. That's totally fine. Okay, ideal length for YouTube, 10 to 15 minutes. That's just how it is. If you don't ever want to do that, if you're thinking, oh my God, do I have to do YouTube? No, you don't. Just letting you know. Facebook and LinkedIn, 1 to 3 minutes, under 60 seconds for Instagram. Pretty straightforward, right? Under 60 seconds for Instagram, Facebook and LinkedIn, 1 to 3 minutes. Okay. Quality is key. And what I mean is you just don't want it to look like crap. Okay. If it's bouncing around too much, so put it on a webcam or a tripod. And you can get a tripod for 10, 15 bucks, guys. Sometimes people are like, oh, it's too, you can get one cheap. Okay. Smartphones have better cameras than most of the cameras that you guys had growing up. And I'm not calling anybody old. I'm just saying most of these smartphones are pretty fantastic. Okay. If you don't have a smartphone, you can get a webcam for really, I mean, 100 to 200 is a lot. I think I spent 50, 60 bucks on my little webcam. You want to make sure that the room is well lit, or you can use some fans. And then if you can, get a lapel mic, and you can get those for pretty cheap. So as far as lighting goes, I've got a window right in front of me. So if I'm going to film something, I try and do it during the day. If I can't do it during the day, then I've got lamps that go right here so that the light is right on my face. Don't film with light behind you, with the window behind you. Don't film with the window to the side that's super bright and then half your face is in the shadow. It's fine now on Zoom. If you're filming, it's different. Okay. So like Sama right there, like that lighting, whatever she's got, that's perfect. You would just adjust the camera a little bit so you're a little more centered, right? Hartley's got great light. And I know you're just watching Zoom right now, not a big deal. But I've seen some people come back and they're like, here's my video. And I'm like, where are you? You can't see it, right? That doesn't work. So you want it to be quality. Now, your phone will work great unless you're so nervous that you're doing this because, oh my God, I'm on video. Don't do that. That's what the little tripod will be. But phones work great. So when we're talking about video length, Facebook 1 to 3 minutes, LinkedIn 1 to 3 minutes, because they want you to stay on there longer. Instagram's under 60 seconds. And the reason is because that's the length that they allow you to put in the news feed so that it stays in the news feed, right? Under 60 seconds. If it's over, people have to click over, you'll lose them. Reels, if you post reels, it's a little bit different. They have started to put reels in front of people more often. So reels can be good. And I'll end up explaining some of this when we get a little bit more into content throughout the month. Now, Facebook stories, Instagram stories. sometimes if I don't post, I'll have a day where maybe I don't post a post on my page, but I'll still have 5 to 8 or 10 or 15 stories on there. Now, sometimes the story is I'm sharing somebody else's post, because if I tag them and I put a hashtag or two, I might be able to get some of their followers, right? There's all of these other things, but that time frame, that the Instagram story, that's a 15-second time. Can all of you talk for 15 seconds or 30? I've heard some of you talk. I promise you can go longer. So it's fairly short. So Rick saying quality of video is important. Audio quality is even more important. Absolutely. Because, if this is what I'm doing and I'm talking to you guys and the video quality is okay, I don't know how well the audio is picking up now.
Perfect.
Okay. Right? When I put the mic under the chair, just as an example, if you're doing it on your phone, for example, if you're holding it like this and you're covering up your mic, pay attention to little stuff, right? So yeah, audio quality is important because they got to be able to hear you, or then they just skip past it. Okay. All right. So next, lapel mic can work. They're fairly cheap. I don't have one sitting right here. I've got one, but I'll find it. Okay. So a couple of quick things about social media posts. Quantity. You really want to try and do once daily. If all you want to do is use the posts that we give you inside the partner program, there are posts, example images, example texts and things where if you look at all the different stuff, then it's going to end up being, I think I've got the ability for people to draw on there. Thank you, Ben. If you look at everything, you've got over 6 months worth of posts that you can use. Now I'm going to give you a calendar that says, hey, do this and do this, or here's a relevant topic. I'm going to give you some ideas. Everybody's going to be a little bit different though, and you should be. Okay. Next, be where your clients are. Okay. So again, this is minimum daily. Ideally, you can do a little bit more. And if some of you are freaking out and going, I don't have time for 2 to 3 posts a day, I say that's BS, because really a post should take you can create an image, or you can pull a quote, or you can borrow someone else's quote. You can do each one of those in under 5 minutes. If you're taking too long, unless we're talking a video, and then if it's video and you're going, oh my gosh, I don't have 20 minutes to edit a video, then pick up the phone, film yourself talking for 20 seconds, and you're done. If you're complaining about not having time to post, you're making an excuse because you don't want to succeed. I'm sorry, that's it. Done. End of story. There's no other reason not to post. It's lazy. And look, I've got those days where I don't, but I'm trying to make sure I'm more active on my stories and I'm doing other stuff. If I want to hit my goal, and this is what I think is so crazy. My goal is $100,000 a year, but you can't find 20 minutes to post because you're working 55 hours a week to make 45 grand. So you can't find 20 minutes a day to post on your social media and comment on a few things? Come on, right? So where's the best place to get stock images? I'm going to give you guys a full list. I use Pexels a lot. It's simple, it's easy, it's free. Pexels, P-E-X-E-L-S. I use, if you're looking for, when I get into more content, but a quick thing for content, if you're looking for extra white papers, like you want to have extra, things that you can give people, like ebooks and other stuff, plr.me is something that I use. You can find just about anything on there. It's simple and easy. There you go. Okay. So quantity, be where your clients are. So again, understanding your clients, where are they? Are they on Facebook, or are they on LinkedIn, et cetera, et cetera? You can schedule them in advance. Facebook has a built-in tool. I'll be going over that at some point. You can also use Buffer Hootsuite. So you can spend a Saturday, spend a couple of hours, put all your stuff there, and then leave it for the rest of the week. That's what I mean when you talk about not having time. You got a couple hours, sit down, schedule them out, and then you don't have to post. It'll post for you. Okay. There are ways to do this. Next, using hashtags. Hashtag help helps them get discovered. It can show them be more relevant. It's going to relate to all sorts of different stuff. Understand what works, what doesn't. So here's a couple of, and guys, I'm going to give you these slides, but flick.tech, this right here, this link is a full site, the 11 best hashtag generators that you can look up, right? This talks to you about them and you can look these up. Some of them are paid, some of them are free. I'm not promoting any of them. I don't get paid on them. Okay, but it's a way to kind of look at it. Next, you want to make sure that you're engaging, be a little controversial, ask a question, talk about something that might upset people. Just push a little bit or support other people. Okay, it helps you get comments, shares, and everything else. Next, when we're going to start content planning. So this is starting tomorrow. You're going to have a basic content calendar starting tomorrow, but I want you guys to start to think about it. Here's what I want you to do. What do you need to do to make sure you got high quality? So look, if you got a smartphone, you're fine. Start there. And Rick's talking about audio. Absolutely. Don't be outside in the wind if you're going to do it that way, right? Testing it out means this is regular posts, text posts, video posts. You're going to want to do a little bit of all of it. Knowing the format, what I mean is, are you going to decide on video? Are you going to do, you're going to want to play with each one, but maybe study your audience too. See how they respond. If you're in a group of those professionals, look at what they're doing and what they're responding more to. If they're responding more to questions, then questions is going to be one of your best ways. If they're responding to certain videos or they like certain clips, that might be a way. Know your audience, ladies and gentlemen. Again, research is not sexy, but it is one of the most important things you're ever going to do with your business. Okay, so start thinking about these elements today. I'm going to give you these slides in the Skype group in just a little bit so you can study. Content calendar is coming tomorrow, so we can kind of get things going. All right, so a couple of questions. Should we just post according to our niche, or we can go to a different niche? I would post on your page. We've talked about this before, but you want to be relevant to your audience, and then stuff that's happening either holidays, in the news, around the world, different stuff like that, right? You can be polarizing without being crazy about stuff too, just as an FYI. It's not worth it right now being polarizing about, COVID, vaccines, politics will just get your account shut down, right? So it's not worth going crazy with that. Yeah, if you try to please everyone, you'll end up pleasing no one. Yeah, I was talking to someone about that earlier. If you go too broad or you try and talk with everybody, no one's going to be attracted to what you've got. You got to speak to your audience. That's really what it's going to be about. Do I create a different Facebook profile or use the one you have already? So use the one that you've got and a business page. If you, real quick, I'm getting an echo there. All right. So if you have not launched the funnel yet, you can still start posting. I'm going to show you guys a quick example. If you're not following me on Facebook, that's fine. But I just launched a business page that I'm going to be using for the new funnel coming out. I've got my other one with company with that niche, but I'm getting ready to launch another one. So let me show you here. That's my sister, everybody. There you go. Proud supporter of breastfeeding, apparently. But so I've got this and it just says coming soon. So I'm getting ready to put it out there. It's going to be out in a couple of days. So I've got it there. So even if you don't have the page up, that's something that you can do. If you don't want to do that yet, do it on your personal page and just join some of the groups and just get in the habit of posting. That's really for you guys that haven't launched yet or you haven't been posting much. Sometimes it's just getting in the habit of doing the actual work, right? If you're scared to go to the gym, start doing some push-ups, start walking. So then when you start to get to the gym, hey, it's a little bit more comfortable because at least I've been physically active. Or you go when it's not as busy, so you're not worried about being as judged. Maybe you're posting before your page really grows, so you don't have to worry about people saying a whole bunch of stuff, because really all of you guys are going to get to the point where you don't care about what people are saying on the negative side. You're going to go, man, that's great because it's causing some interaction and it gives me more to talk about, and other people are going to end up defending me, and here we go, right? It's a business. So all of you guys are going to be able to do some work. And this is the cool part about this. I had an email come back. And I know the person's not going to be on this call because it's the type of person that wouldn't attend this call. Okay. So if they watch it, I'm not trying to offend, but we're just talking reality. Okay. And all of you guys I know aren't really like this, but there was an email that came back that said, well, I guess Blake's not looking for people that just aren't wanting to do work for themselves, right? Essentially saying, I don't want to do any of the work, even when it comes to the marketing. So I guess this isn't for me. I guess, in my opinion, I guess life's not for you then, because for crying out loud, you got to do something in order to live. How did you get to this point in life if you're not willing to work it all for yourself? Like, what the heck? Right? Of course, Blake doesn't want people that are unwilling to do any work, because then there's no chance of success. Bob Proctor, because I know some of you guys came from Bob, he's not looking for, he talks about manifesting. I guarantee you, if you're talking to him about manifesting, he's going to say, well, yeah, but you got to do your part too, right? There's still work involved in our life, guys. So here you go. You're starting this social media journey. All you guys are here and you're ramped up and you're ready to do it. So just start doing it, right? That's really what this challenge is about. It's becoming a little bit more efficient and overcoming some of those obstacles and just getting stuff done. So these slides are going to be in the Skype channel a little bit later on today. The full PDF with even more training, we're going to talk about content and other stuff in the PDF, is going to be coming soon once I've got some other edits gone through there. The calendar for the rest of August is going to be ready for you tomorrow. I'm going to give it to you with some ideas on what to do and how to do it and that kind of thing. You can utilize some of the posts and things that are inside. You just kind of hunt and search for the ones that you want, or you can take my suggestions and create some of your own. Okay. That's kind of what we're doing. Go out and make some stuff happen and we'll get things rocking. All right. Sometimes people have what it takes, but they haven't recognized it yet. Just go forward. So what do you need to do? How do you stand out? So what you need to do is be that person that's different and is bigger than you think. Rise from the ashes and fly like the phoenixes that you